40 chess. Yeah. 40 chess. 40 chess. Let's get it.
Yo, is that Tito?
40 chess. 40 chess. Hey. 40 chess. This a trade show. Patreon where the trades go. Tap in and watch. That's what you came for. Ain't gotta say my name. They know my name, bro.
What's good, man?
We got McNutted in ATM. Always start off the show with a trade from them. You should always make sure that your trade is in. Patreon, why not be a Patreon? Know you wish you could spend every day with them. Tap in and say what you gon' say with them. South Harmon can fill up a stadium. Next time you log in, make sure that you bring a friend. We about to kick off, let the day begin. Go follow the socials. 40 Chess FF is posted. If your trade is an F, you get roasted. Go like and subscribe for the crew. Apple, Spotify, and the YouTube. You know Cooper got the walk too. Let us give you a walkthrough. 40 Chess. This is 40 Chess.
This is 40 Chess. It's Mock Draft Mayhem. Let's go. Episode 4. And I'm joined as always by Fizzle and Koopa. Ride or dies, man. Everybody else flake out. You guys always show up. What's going on, Fizz? How you doing, bud?
I'm in here, man. Ready for the night, man.
I love it, man. I watched that BDG drop. Dynasty. Big dogs got to eat. Adam out there doing his thing. Pretty incredible to see him on that. And if you're just tuning into South Harmon by proxy, welcome. Koopa, how you doing, bud? Heard you just wrapped up a team review. New feature we got. Team reviews.
Yep. Just wrapped up a team review. Not even like 3 minutes ago. I was finishing. I'm sure Mike was starting the stream going, "Where's Koopa at? He said he was going to be here." I wrapped it up just in time. But if you want to get your own, come check out our website, southharmonff.com. We've got a lot more there than just team reviews, but you can go sign up for a team review. You can check out the warp tool, check out the ADP that we've got, even check out the store. You can, if you've been watching us for a while, you've seen that logo up behind Mike. If you want to have your own whiskey glass that's got it on it, you want to have a t-shirt like I'm wearing, a t-shirt like Fizzle's wearing, you can get all that stuff there. So definitely go ahead and check that out.
We got a little bit of everything, don't we? ADP featured on the BDG video today. That's free. The lab, that's free. Obviously, the content that we do, free. Put it out there. But, you know, if you want a little extra, Koopa made an awesome warp tool. Even tell you now who's the best available, whether that's in a startup or sitting on your waivers. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Free. Koopa's tool you got to pay for, though. We don't give that away for free.
Yeah, that warp tool different.
Too
man.
good.
You gotta pay a little bit for that.
We also got the Patreon if you want to be a member of that. All kinds of different tiers, whether it's DBs, berries, grades, or you just want to get on the trade show. We got tiers for everything. Or you want to be a big dog, come eat with us, right? Come eat in the Savage. Let's go. That debauchery. But good to have everybody back. Let's go. TB, of course, he's in the channel. Biggest supporter, man. Best part of the South Harmon team right there, man. I've been using Barry's grades so damn much here over the last couple of weeks. It's almost disgusting. Zach's busy, but he'd do his best. He's a multitask. What do we got here? Hog Butchers. What's up, Hog Butchers? Shannon, of course, in here. Saxon, 108 or Tua. Quickly, Tua. Boom. Tua. Fizzle like Ray G. What is this?
Hello, we just ride the same hat, man. That's it. But this my look.
It's a backwards hat look.
Them South Harmon neon signs, man. You got to hit up Adam for that. And you know, he does plenty of things except for, you know, start the stream on time. As you can see when I run it, we go on time. Hit Adam up for that. What's up, Johnny? When's Fizzle album dropping? He just dropped one in December, man. What do you want to put them out every month?
Oh,
jeez.
man. Tyler, you making me work, man. I'm about to have to get up. I had to get to work, man.
There we go. There's a good one. Add a tab for third round reversal. I think you just make it standard at this point. Who the hell drafts not third round reversal anymore?
For sure.
Yeah.
Ooh, QB grades coming real soon. And puke. Sup, pimps.
I ain't gonna lie, I almost called him Puka for a minute, but I thought it was Puke.
Puka. Pookie. Pookie. All right,
Yeah,
let's
like
get this thing popping, man. We got it. And lo and behold, once you know who's on the clock, me with the Bears. Let's go. I hear my phone was ringing today. There was
I
a
think it
trade
is.
offer out there, Fizz.
Yeah, man. Well, I picked with the Commanders, and I'm texting you right now, brother. So check your phone, man. Let me know how you
Let's
feeling about
go.
this.
Who we got here? Oh, we got a good one. All right. We had a couple offers, man. Falcons were in play to move up to this pick, make a big boy deal, but we're going to settle with the Commanders. Jump in one spot. So, the Commanders will send away the 108. Pick 43. Oop, not pick 43. What we got here? Pick 40.
Pick
There we
40,
go.
yep.
102, pick 40, and a future 25 first. And I made you throw in Curtis Samuel. We're going to reunite DJ Moore and Curtis Samuel.
You
I
definitely
think he's
did.
got 1 year left on his deal, too.
Mhm.
So it's not too cost prohibitive for either team. And I sent you, of course, the 101, and you had to grease me for a 25 fourth.
I added in the fourth, man, just because I appreciate it. And we really wanted our guy here in DC, homegrown talent. Caleb Williams, man. We're gonna take Caleb Williams with the number 1 pick here with the Commanders. So
You
that's
just
our
got
guy.
you just got Cliff Kingsbury too, man.
We ain't got his guy, so that's our guy. We're gonna take Caleb Williams, man. Number 1, 101 for sure.
Let's go. And we'll get that fourth in there. Not accepted. 4 attempts remaining. Force it. Done. Here's the thing, too. Like, it shouldn't be too cost prohibitive to move up, right? There's a lot of people saying that it won't cost you an extra first, like in 25 to do it. But you have to remember that the Commanders are bidding against every other team that wants to move up, too. So the Bears hold all the power here. They're in position to do whatever the hell they want. I love it.
100%.
And you also have to project, okay, if they get Caleb Williams, how are they going to do next year? Maybe that 25 first is not up here at the beginning of the draft again. Maybe it's down at pick 18, and
Right.
that's the
Yes.
way the picks work in the NFL. If you've ever seen those, like how the teams value them, it's that exponential looking curve. And so the further away you get from that 101, the more you're going to have to, you can't just do one late first or like 2 late firsts and get an early one. It's like your dynasty startups. You've got to put multiple in. And so bidding against everyone else, make sure you get your guy. Send in a future first isn't that out of the question.
Yeah. Caleb, a little Cliff Kingsbury action, Fizzle. I hear you've been pretty vocal about that on the old X app.
Yeah, man. So it's funny because I didn't really hear Cliff's name a lot, and I literally spoke on how Cliff honestly should be back in the league and blah blah blah. And I would say like 3 weeks later, I started hearing his name. So, once I heard Caleb say, or they quoted that he said the Raiders and the Commanders are the 2 teams, and then Cliff all of a sudden said he was going to the Raiders. It just made too much sense. And he probably went and they said, look, we're not trading up to go get your guy. So he backed out and went to the other team that Caleb wants to go to. It just literally the blueprint is there. Whether it happens is up to the teams, but the sesame seeds and the cookie crumbs and all that good stuff been sprinkled, man, for Cliff and Caleb to link back together. So I think it's going to be, going down on draft night for sure.
Well, we're going to get wild here. My phone's ringing. The Atlanta Falcons are calling. They want to move up.
I like this.
So we're going to have not only the Bears trade back twice, but the Atlanta Falcons are going to jump up to get their quarterback.
And honestly, I'm not sure if this is really going to happen, but I would love for this to happen. Because if the Bears trading the 101, why not? Go get more capital, man. Do your thing. I like this move.
Yeah, I could see this being what they do, like, say the Patriots decide to move up. Like, the same thing. If you trade back to pick 3, I would trade back again. Like, if you can... The Bears are in a unique position to, if they decide to stick with Justin Fields, to just trade back multiple times outside of the range of the rookie quarterbacks.
Yeah, we've had a couple 2 to 9s or 2 to 8 trades. The Eagles, when they moved up for Carson Wentz, it was a series of deals, but the last one, right, 8. I think the draft capital was even a little bit more prohibitive, so it'll be nice here. 3rd this year, 1st and a 2nd next year, and pick 8. And the Bears will send back a 5th as a grease piece. So see how this one goes down. If they tell me no, yeah, they told me no. Like you need a dick. we doing it. Falcons are on the clock, and yeah, I made a trade amongst myself. Just take 2 GMs, but it's to get Drake May for them. Drake May with those weapons, Raheem Morris. I like the fit, right? All of a sudden, now you got an interesting conversation depending on what happens with Jaden Daniels. What are we doing? Like rookie drafts, right? If Drake May were to get traded up for and land in Atlanta, that's got to be pretty spicy for most people, don't it?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, what we heard earlier, Raheem Morris said that they're definitely moving on in the quarterback room. So, the question of getting a quarterback is no longer a question. It's just when are they going to try to get one? And if Raheem is saying that, we're looking forward to our future guy, that's either signing a Kirk Cousins maybe or trading up and getting a guy. So I like this trade, and I honestly believe it can really happen. The Patriots, though, man, we might see 2-3 trades in the top 3. Patriots could move back, honestly, man, and just say, hey, what y'all want? Anybody want their quarterback? Because we might, like Mike say, stick with Mac Jones, give him 1 more year. So I like what's going on in the top 3 right now.
Ooh, Fields for the 34 and a 25-second. All right, Chris. This is if I'm in the Bears spot. I've traded back. I'm still relatively within the striking distance if I want to go for a quarterback or see what happens. So hit me up when my pick's on the clock here, and we'll let you know who's available. Because then we could just pencil that one in. Fields gets dealt. We'll see. We'll see what everybody else does. But, Obi, you are on the clock with the Patriots. So see what you do for your pick here. Bears are going to make you make a decision.
Is this where Arizona moves up and just say, look, man, let me get Marvin Harrison. I ain't about to wait around no longer.
Right. You got to force some hands here. Yeah. I think Ryan Pace is a pretty crafty GM, too. The way he pulled that off last year with the Bryce Young trading out of the 101.
Yep.
Stacking assets, DJ Moore. You're in a good spot, too. Just logically what Chris makes us pick here. You just get more assets, right? Load yourself up with 2 more firsts and 25. An extra second. You got that extra third in this class, and you still pick within the top 10. If quarterback falls to you, I don't think Jaden Daniels will, but if he did fall to you, you're in heaven. Right?
100%.
If JJ McCarthy's your guy, you just go ahead and take him, right? Mm-hmm. And then just use Tyson Bagent, whatever, kind of as your bridge or starter until McCarthy's fully ready. So, he's waiting for the cards to call for MG. Who's got the cards? Dynasty Barry. Barry making a deal here. He's got his phone ringing.
That's what I said, man. I think the Cardinals, man. Look, I'm not waiting. If I really believe in Marvin Harrison, I'm moving up that 1 spot. I ain't taking no chances, man.
Nothing, right?
No chances. Mess around and the Chargers move up for no reason and steal them from us.
Right.
Nah, I need them.
Well, we've seen this before, right? With 2 teams moving up to the first and second pick to go get their guys. We saw it with the Goff and the Wentz draft, right? Rams and Eagles moved up. Titans, they didn't have to move up for Mariota, did they? They're already in position when he went second.
Yeah, I believe Tampa and the Titans were 1 and 2.
Gotcha.
Didn't the Colts and the Redskins move up for RG3 and Luck?
Yeah. Yep.
I know RG3. I know they moved up for RG3. I don't remember.
RG3. Colts were already there. They had to tell you.
Okay.
That was the year Manning had that neck problem.
Okay.
Marvin Harrison to the Patriots. Obi's playing the game. See if he can get Fields for a couple seconds. We got the Cardinals on the clock. See if DB gets any deals done. Sorry, DB, we stole all your thunder. We saw the pick was on the block earlier today. He's fielding calls, and now he's left decimated. He don't know what to do.
Yeah, DB, I got a couple of teams, but I can't draw up no trades right now to say
all those offers that were going to Arizona are now way less because they don't need to compete against Marvin Harrison Jr.
Right. See, it is disappointing, but just hypothetically, let's play it out. They were to make a deal for Fields now, right? Chicago gets the quarterback, decide they want to move on. They get a second or a second plus, whatever the deal is from the Pats. Now Fields and Marv, new head coach, new regime, new GM. Well, director of player personnel, whatever the hell they're going to call it there in New England. I think Marv would be back to being exciting again. Wouldn't be the most detrimental now. Marv catching passes from Bailey Zappi, that'll make you not excited.
It feels as though I'm back on the Marv, possibly 101 train, man, with certain builds, certain team builds, but without Fields there, I don't know.
Fantasy players, those are not very successful references, right? To the quarterbacks that got traded. Yes, it does not bode well starting out, but
we got a trade.
We do have a trade. Cardinals are trading the 104 to the Broncos for pick 12, 121, a 25 first, and a 25 second.
Sheesh.
All right. Sheesh.
Who you finding, man, with these quick trades? You must got both teams or something.
You must.
I gotta check you out.
You must. All right. So what we got? 104. Check. 12. Check. 121.
Oh no, that was
25 first and second.
We got our pick selection.
Has a 29%. Trade accepted. Let's go. All right. And Girthworm, just right there. Jaden Daniels. I would not recommend this, but Sean Payton isn't going to sit around and waste a year. He has a cash-rich owner and wants his guy now. Love it.
Yeah, I love that. I love that, man.
I love I'm going to pick this for them because I have been looking at what they want to do, but I don't recommend them doing it. That's a line in the sand to draw. I wouldn't do this if I were the GM, but the GM might.
Love it. That's 2 weeks in a row now. Denver moved up for Daniels.
Yeah.
We got action at the top, boys.
Love it.
At the top.
We do.
Chargers are on the clock. Who took them? Fizz, you got the Chargers.
Yeah, and man, I'm gonna go Brock Bowers, man. I feel like with McCarthy there,
it's becoming a common theme, ain't it?
Yeah, I mean with McCarthy there, man, the passing game isn't going to be too outrageous, and Brock can he can get some underlying passes. I mean, Neighbors is a great pick, but I don't know. I just think they're gonna stick with what they got, and Brock Bowers, man, to me is just the pick that makes sense for what McCarthy might want to do. So
just feels like destiny, don't it?
It does.
At this point.
It does. For sure.
Titans on the clock. Do we have any new Titan? Nope. B Hall. All right. So B Hall did list out his picks. Oh, my bad. Jumping the gun. Who's got the Giants? Fizz again.
Man, I'm telling you, I just be selecting teams, bro. I didn't even know I had the Giants.
Just random. Hey, nobody fills it out, right? We don't get full until like the last minute, man. Yeah. Just for everybody who watches this, by the time you see it, even if it's right now, at the end of it, all right, I clear out the sheet. Free for all. Mm-hmm. Go.
And I usually wait till probably like 6-7 hours before the draft to select my team, just to give everybody a chance, and I just take who's available.
I chose my 3 teams while the intro was running.
My ultimate dream is for me to not have to pick at all. Just get to sit back and be point guard and be a host.
Yeah.
That's all I want to do.
Well, it's 2 ways I want to go with this, but I know I can't take 2 picks. So the making sense pick is Joe Alt, but I'm gonna go Malik Neighbors, man. Malik Neighbors be the clear 101 in that receiver room, and they figure out what's going on with that O-line from there. But Malik Neighbors 101 would just walk in the door with the receiver 1 jersey on his back.
People really wanted the Chargers to take Neighbors. The Giants would be happy.
Yeah,
Daniel Jones needs it.
He does.
Massively needs it.
He needs an O-line too, though. But I believe Neighbors will walk in with the captain jersey in the receiver room. So
if B Hall, I haven't seen him in the chat, but he did list out his picks, which you can do. Right, sign up for the team, list out 4, 5, 6 selections, however you want to do, and we will make them for you. His first choice was Malik Neighbors, so you broke his heart. We had that last week. People were like, Neighbors is dead. No one likes him, blah, blah, blah. But how about this? Missed out on Neighbors. His second choice, though, Roma Dunze. 3 wide receivers in the top 7. What do you think about Dunze being the number 1 weapon for Mr. Mayonnaise himself, Will Levis?
I think it can potentially work out. I mean, so much of how that team is going to look is going to rely on what this new coaching scheme looks like. And we see it over and over again that who the coaches are and how they develop quarterbacks, how they build an offense, so heavily impacts how the quarterback looks, how all the weapons look. Like, I like Roma Dunze. Roma Dunze is my number 3 wide receiver. I love seeing him consistently getting mocked into the top 10. I have him in my C2C teams. Like, I've loved him from the beginning. But going to the Titans, that's a giant wild card. Who knows what that's going to look like? We might be eating our words 10 months from now, being like, why did we ever think anybody going to the Titans was going to be good? But it also could be something that we're all like, we were so smart for going and getting him, even though it had that Titan stink on his name.
Once upon a time, receiver went to the Titans that had that stink on it. His name was A.J. Brown. Seemed to pan out okay for them, right up until they traded him for Treylon Burks. Whoops.
Yeah.
Want that one back.
Quiet, man.
I don't think they care about the money at this point, right?
Exactly.
Should have just paid him. All right, the Bears back-to-back. Now, I'd entertain a trade down, obviously. Stack more assets, but it's kind of shook out the way that Ryan Pace really wanted it to. And I'm going to go with the best tackle in the draft, since I missed out on wide receiver, which I really wanted. And how about this? Surprise of the draft, J.J. McCarthy. The drum keeps beating. The drum keeps beating for Mr. McCarthy, right? Jim Harbaugh out here calling him the best quarterback in the draft. Stop, Jim.
Yeah, please.
He's got talent, though. And with that, we can go ahead and consummate our deal with Obi. Justin Fields is now a New England Patriot. We'll say the price was a second and a third. Keep it reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
Technically,
Bears.
I would make that trade before you draft JJ McCarthy, so that way they don't back out. No, all that jazz. But
Right.
But I do like that. Hey, we got to see who fell. JJ McCarthy didn't get snatched up before us. Not that you necessarily thought he would, but maybe like the Giants decide, hey, Daniel Jones isn't it. We're going to grab JJ McCarthy for the future or something like that. Like, helps protect yourself a little bit to wait that long to deal Justin Fields.
Now their Bears are absolutely stacked with draft capital. 2 extra first and an extra second, 25. They have three. Now, if you count the Justin Fields one, if it's for New England's pick, 4 second-round picks in this class. So they just sent away Justin Fields. They grab the best left tackle, stack another wide receiver or 2 on that team later on in the draft, and then fill out the defense with the rest. Chicago Bears, all of a sudden that franchise is looking pretty rosy, surrounding a young, talented quarterback that's kind of unproven with a ton of options and weapons and protection. I was
going to say, how we feel about DJ Moore with McCarthy there?
I think it'd be fine. I've watched DJ Moore thrive with fucking Kyle Allen.
Yeah. That's all right. I was going to have my reservations, but you just said enough. So you're right. You're 100%.
Right. I watched him thrive with some terrible quarterbacks, right? JJ definitely ate that level of bad. So
we could lock him in for at least 1,000 yards. So
right.
Yeah. He'll be wide receiver 15 to 20.
Jets are on the clock, and I'm making that pick, and they're absolutely pissed that Joe
yeah, for sure
got sniped. They thought they were walking into a gift.
Yep.
Well, we're going to give them a pretty talented offensive tackle in Fashanu anyways.
Yep. So that's like an auto draft pick right there for sure for them.
Ooh, how about that? Bears go tackle. Double bookends. They don't need... They got a pretty good one last year, right? Kid out of Tennessee. Pretty good. They don't need 2 of them, but one definitely would help shore up that offensive line a little bit. But how about the Jets? I guess ho-hum, get the consolation prize of Fashanu.
Yep.
I like him. Talented, but he has kind of slipped for inconsistency this past year. But you want to talk athletic ability or that kind of guy who, when his game is right, he ain't getting there. It's just what the Jets need. Vikings on the clock. Dynasty, Barry, making a selection. See if he's got another trade in him.
I know you cooking up something, man.
Gotta be working on something.
Yeah, he usually is.
That's a Lions fan. The shade. The shade.
Yeah, no, the
The
draft,
shade.
man, the Bears.
Hey,
And this
I would
thing
be
about
scared for that 25 draft class though. Three
Right.
first-round
I
picks.
was just about to say, just think about the Bears, man, with what they have and what they just drafted, and having another pick next year. And man, if they don't make the playoffs in the next 3 years, something is totally wrong going on over there.
Ryan Pace never deserves a GM job ever again then.
Never.
All right. Newton off the board to the Vikings. Sneakily, I like it. I heard he's fallen for some concerns
I like that.
off the field. Work ethic, maybe. I don't know. It's that time of year where we kind of start tearing kids down, right? Some of it reasonable, some of it just noise. But I think Newton's extremely, extremely talented. I did see out of the Senior Bowl, though, with some of the risers there, that he might not even be the first D tackle type off the board. So, what do you think? Vikings taking Newton? Stuck in our pre-draft process, like early process, or heady pick?
I wouldn't mind them getting Dallas Turner or Jared Verse. Honestly, I would take Jared Verse over Newton, but addressing the D line is 100% a need of there. So,
Yeah, I'm in agreement that like I think I would rather see them go an edge here because I think with them sitting here not knowing that all these trades were going to go down in front of them, which is going to cause Dallas Turner or Jared Verse, whoever they like better, to fall to them. I think they probably thought that that person wasn't even going to make it, and that
yep,
he was going to get snatched up by the
yep.
Falcons at 8. So I think they end up going there, and especially with Newton like going down a little bit. I mean, everything leading up to the draft is going to be players are going up, players are going down. We're starting to see some of that coming in. Where all right, there's some rumors, something's causing Newton's stock to fall. We're going to see the combine happening too. That's going to send everything into a haywire, and there's going to be a lot of movement, and we're going to have to make sure you keep up with it, so that way when all these things happen, we're on top, and we're getting on this date. This is what's going to happen.
You just wait till you get those Barry grades for defensive tackles. All right, just wait. Bet Newton's up there. DBU back on the clock after the Cardinals traded down, got their hearts snatched out of them with the Patriots taking Marvin Harrison Jr. They wanted no part of Neighbors and couldn't turn down the offer of the Broncos trading up for a quarterback. What the Cardinals do here, right? We've mocked them all season. Just
So
felt
Marvin
like
Harrison, yeah.
Marvin Harrison Jr. or Malik Neighbors, if that's the guy that they want.
Yeah, that's
And
tough.
here they are. Byron Murphy. Let's go.
Byron Murphy.
Let's go. Big Murph. Love it. D tackle. All right. If this were to happen, do we feel a little worse about Kyler? Hollywood a free agent? Rondell Moore, Greg Dortch, Michael Wilson. They got to really make a splash in the second round, don't they, with a wide receiver, a weapon or two?
Nah, I mean, Marquise is still an option for them to re-sign. We're not necessarily sure what they're gonna do with him, but no, I believe Kyler can make something work with his legs. He got his new favorite weapon, Trey McBride.
Right.
I believe a second year Michael Wilson will step up. I know he's not talked about it enough, but I like Michael Wilson, man. So I mean, it would be great for them to grab a top 5 receiver, but in the second round, there will be plenty of more guys to take. So I wouldn't count Kyler out because he missed out on the top 2 guys.
Gotcha. Yep. And DB says they do have a late pick to kind of get by with, too. Forgot about that one.
Yeah, it's plenty of receiver talent, man.
Even without getting a receiver this draft, like if they re-sign Hollywood, Kyler was doing really well as the season ended. Like nobody really paid attention to it because he wasn't on any contenders really, because he was on all the rebuilders because he was missing the first 10 weeks or whatever. But he put up some good numbers in terms of fantasy points, and I mean, we're playing fantasy. That's what we're looking for. So I like seeing those numbers, and if he has the same cast of characters around him, Why can't he run it back again?
Yeah, and a much healthier knee this upcoming season, right?
Yeah,
Fully removed.
the less talent in the receiving room, the more legs he will need to run. So he might get more points just for that. So I would not call it because he missed the first 2 guys.
All right, Obi's on the clock with the Raiders. The Raiders. See what he does here. No JJ McCarthy. We can rule that one out. Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, that's over
Not
with.
sorry.
Obi. Sorry, my boy.
What's this? Throw a pass, catch a pass, rush a pass, block a pass. The NFL love those things. Both of these D tackles I took to get after the quarterback from the inside and cause havoc. I'm telling you, DB's defensive tackle grades are coming.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We need them.
I honestly don't see the Raiders taking a quarterback, man. They just seem like trade for Russell Wilson or go get a veteran type team. They don't throw me as a JJ McCarthy type of team, honestly.
Russ in division would be a power move.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, maybe a second round quarterback or something. Maybe somebody in the second round, but I don't see them going first round quarterback. I see them addressing the D line, O line. That just seemed like their DNA with the new coach they got going on. This isn't a Henry Ruggs. What's my guy from Maryland that they drafted at receiver?
Darius Haywood.
Darius Haywood. Yeah, this isn't one of those regimes. This is a trenches regime that they got going on. So
Terrion Arnold. Let's go.
I like that.
Called it. Saints on the clock. Who's got the Saints? DB again. Always a trade potential.
Yeah, for sure.
Always. Yeah, Girth Warb here trying to finesse him too. You don't need that 14th pick. Just give me Russ.
Hey, Girthworm been tapping in every Monday, man. Appreciate you.
Let's go. Yeah, unfortunately, Jimmy G is still there.
He doesn't count, bro. Sorry, Plum.
No, it's I think you're kind of right. It's a free agent quarterback, or they just run back Hayden O'Connell.
Yeah.
And if
but
he fails,
I like the cornerback pick, the Arnold pick though. I do believe that's a solid pick.
If he fails, team's bad. They address quarterback in 25. Figure it out.
Yep.
All right, Fuaga off the board. Saints getting some offensive line help. They need help all over the place. And yes, TB, he is an animal.
I'm sitting here trying to figure out why Jared Verse is still on there, man. I don't know who picking for Seattle, but we're gonna see what they pick, man. This is
Colts on the clock, being made by B Hall. His first choice, Nate Wiggins, cornerback.
Nate Wiggins still there.
Yep.
Man,
I like it.
Just keep Cooper DeJean in Indy, right? Like I
was
be able to drive 5 hours.
Cooper
go watch
is definitely the pick for me. Yep.
Come on, don't disrespect my man Cooper. Last time they drafted an Iowa guy, right, in the secondary, turned out all right. Went on to win Defensive Player of the Year. Well, Bobby Sanders. Just keep trend going. Seahawks up, and it's being made by Koopa.
Yeah.
Drafted in Seattle.
I think Seattle has been sitting at the edge of their seat for the past 5 picks, waiting for somebody to trade up and steal Dallas Turner from in front of them. But Dallas Turner's there on the board.
Sitting right there.
They need someone. For me personally, until I see Barry grades that say Jared Verse is better than Dallas Turner, I'm going Dallas Turner over Jared Verse.
Hey, your last call of Quinyon Mitchell worked out all right. Apparently that boy's really good, so we'll trust you. Dallas Turner, Seahawks get their guy.
That's a great pick.
Falls into their lap. All right, I'm up with the Chargers. Oh, man. All right, so here's the problem. Josh Allen is fantastic. The defensive player, Josh Allen. The contract situation is see what they want to do with him.
Well, he said today that he want to stay with Jaguars, so I don't know what that
He should. But how about we add him some help because Tavon Walker definitely ain't it.
No.
Jared Verse.
Jared Verse, I like that. Like I said, man, if Jared Verse sitting there, especially after Dallas Turner, somebody got to move up to get him, man.
Somebody got to move up to get him.
Got to.
Bengals on the clock. Obi making the pick for the Bengals. Yeah, they're going to regret that Tavon Walker pick forever, right? Especially with the way Hutch came on at the end of the year, playoff run. That guy has all the talent in the world, but there's something to be said. If you got that much talent on the Georgia defense where you're getting singled up all the time and you still don't put up sack numbers, that should have been a huge red flag, huh?
Yeah.
We tried to talk past it. Most people did, and man, didn't work out.
No,
Didn't work out. Granted, it's only his second year. Maybe this guy really turns it on, but so far, from what I've seen, he ain't been it. He ain't been it. Even if not having, a third edge rusher rotational piece. I mean, these guys, unless you're Max Crosby, ain't on the field, almost every single snap. Even the great ones, Joey Bosa, those they come off the field quite often. So you always keep the pressure on. Bengals tag Higgins, run it back for next year. Select Tyler Guyton. What an animal, too. Talk about a beast. PFF's got to do a better job, too. There's no way he should be down at 33. Give that big tank some love.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, if they don't address the O-line, I don't know what they're doing. So,
yeah,
it has to be somewhere in that position.
That's the only place that they can really go and help out their team.
Especially
and they've got to protect Joe Burrow.
Yeah,
they have to.
Gotcha.
Cooper, you're up with the Rams.
I am up with the Rams. The Rams. This is one of those scenarios where they've been looking at who do they want, like who's fallen that they weren't expecting to fall to them. I'm saying the Rams and Cooper DeJean slide.
Yes.
And they go, hey, he was a highly graded cornerback for us, and we just have to take best player on the board, and best player on the board is Cooper DeJean.
So long, Jalen Ramsey. Hello, Cooper DeJean.
I like the pick. I like it.
I love it. He's a baller, man. He's gonna fit in there, right? They already run this, made Cooper Kupp probably the greatest white wide receiver we've ever seen.
Yeah.
Let's get the greatest white quarterback we've ever seen, boys. Let's go. We're bringing it back, Fizz. All right.
What a practice partner too.
Just give me one.
Put Cooper on Cooper and let them duel it out, learn from each other, figure it out.
I haven't got that excited about a cornerback since Jason Sehorn, so let's go. We're back. I thought maybe Riley Moss would be it, but he didn't barely even fucking play for the Broncos this year. They're like, no, you trash. Nickel at best. All right, the Steelers are on the clock, being made by Fizz. Picking for Steelers, Mike Tomlin.
So on me, I'm really sitting here wondering why J.C. Latham is there. So I really want to take him, but with Arthur Smith being there in that running game, and we know how his offense was, I really want to take him. But I'm gonna go outside the box, man. I'm gonna take Kool-Aid right here, man. Kool-Aid is my pick, man. I'm gonna shake it up a little bit.
Something about pairing Kool-Aid with Joey Porter Jr. just makes me smile in Pittsburgh.
I think that cornerback pick, man, would definitely be a great look for them. I would love to go O-line because of, like I said, with Arthur Smith being there in the run game and whatever quarterback they do decide to keep, it will help them. But I like Kool-Aid right here, man. So
I definitely get behind the Kool-Aid pick. They just need Minka to come back and be Minka Fitzpatrick of old, when they not always hurt.
Yeah,
nasty.
That's part of the reason. I think.
Nasty secondary. Dolphins are up, being made by B Hall. All right, he's got a JPJ. I'm not sure who the hell that is. Oh, Jackson Powers Johnson. Got it. That's his pick. Center out of Oregon.
I honestly think Kool-Aid to the Dolphins wouldn't be great, wouldn't be bad either, but they could definitely use some cornerback help.
O-line.
Help them
I wouldn't mind the O-line though with them.
Help the O-line out. They want to run the football, and they need to protect Tua at all costs. So I like it. Right? Not sexy. Taking a center is never sexy, unless it's Tyler Linderbaum. Stud. Beast. But I like it. All right, who's picking for my Eagles? It is absolutely no one.
Yeah, I was about to say, I started to select them, but I left them alone. I said, maybe somebody else will take them. So,
all right, we'll go around the panel and get the chat. What did Christian have my Eagles taking? Nate Wiggins. So that ain't happening. That ain't happening. Already gone. Koopa, what would the Eagles take in this spot?
I would say the Eagles would take the best cornerback on the board in Quinyon Mitchell.
Yep. I'm
Make
with
it
Cooper.
so.
I'm
3
with
for
Cooper
3.
100%.
Done.
I don't even got to. Yeah, I'm with cornerback 100%.
Done. Say less.
Yep.
I see a lot of this, man. But the Eagles get sniped. O-line definitely is a concern, but it's more for Lane Johnson and like what we're doing down the road. All right. Like I see a lot of people talking like Eagles need O-line. They don't. In the interior, right? They've drafted the last couple years for the Jason Kelce retirement, right? Everything that they've done has been leading up to that. Both of their players who started at guard this year were centers in college, right? And they've both been just playing at guard because Kelce has been there. So whether it's Cam Jurgens or Pro Bowler Dickerson, one of them's going to play center. I'm going to go with Jurgens. Fits the mold of the Kelce replacement a little better, and that boy is good, even though he went to Nebraska. So if they take offensive lineman, I think it's a tackle, and it's just looking for the Lane Johnson replacement down the road. But corner is a much bigger need in the immediate future for a team that wants to contend. Their offensive line's pretty set heading into next year already. And who knows, Jason keeps hinting that he might return. So
Well, we need to look for all Georgia Bulldogs, man. That's the only place y'all go look. So if it's not a cornerback from Georgia, then we might not have. So.
That's true. Right. I'm picking for the Houston Texans. So many ways they could go. I really like Latu being here, but I'm going to go operate on this assumption that Grenard comes back, paired with Will Anderson. They're fine there. Secondary could be a need. A lot of these corners went. I think they're pretty good at safety. Offensive tackle, possibly. But we're going to do something a little splashy here. Brian Thomas. Get C.J. Stroud one more weapon. One more weapon in that game.
Dang.
Nico, Tank Dell, Brian Thomas. Let's ride.
That's tough.
Let's ride. Let's open it up.
Yeah, I like that. Because see, I like this draft because we're not sticking like last draft. We stuck kind of like on schedule, almost like everybody made the selection that that they should make or we thought they should make. But I like that we dipping into different situations with this one. I like that pick.
I do like that one though. I take prime Hakeem Olajuwon playing center for the Eagles.
I'm actually glad you made that pick because the Cowboys picking next. I don't know who have them, but it's one pick sitting right here, man. That Nobody fizz. So community selection. Christian had the Cowboys taking Kool-Aid, so that's done. He really wanted them corners. Nope. Fizz, I'll let you first selection for the Cowboys and see if we can come to an agreement. J.C. Latham, man. He's sitting right there. No other guy.
You need it. Mm-hmm. Koopa.
I think that's where they're going to. I mean, it's not the sexiest of picks, but he's fallen, and they're like, oh, I guess he's there.
Yeah.
JC,
I mean, that's their formula, so I don't see him changing it.
Green Bay Packers up, being made by Koopa.
Yeah, they are up, and they are so upset that J.C. Latham just got taken in front of them. So they're looking at the rest of the tackles, and I think that they go a little bit different, and it allows them to get a little bit of flexibility in case the tackles that they do have, like maybe they start getting a little healthy again, that sort of thing. They end up going with Jordan Morgan. Okay. I have seen some stuff where people are saying he's a tackle that could move inside in the future. That if a team needs him to, and so I think he fits what Green Bay is trying to do. Like he can flex to wherever they need to fill a hole. He can fill that tackle. He might slide over to a guard, something like that.
Kind of a lot like the guy that they got playing left tackle right now in Ellington Jenkins. Right, started off as an interior offensive lineman, but moved outside. This would just be the reverse. Maybe they move Jenkins back inside, or they start Morgan off in there. I don't hate that at all. Right, keeps that flexibility up. I do kind of like those swing positions for those offensive linemen, right? Tyler Smith for the Cowboys a lot like that, right? Can play tackle, heir apparent to Tyron Smith, but started off playing guard.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yep.
Tampa Bay Bucks on the clock being made by Obi. Obi back up with the Bucks. Let's see what they do here. Bet it's Bo Nix. Genji was in here. Genji would say Bo Nix or he riots.
Don't do it, Obi. Don't do it, man.
The Senior Bowl did nothing for me on the Bo Nix front, unfortunately.
At all.
A lot of it I saw was he was by far and away worse than Michael Penix, and Michael Penix didn't have the most glowing reviews from the Senior Bowl, so that probably tells you all you need to know right there.
When you hear that Spencer Rattler is the QB1 coming out of the Senior Bowl, then that lets you know something. So
yikes. Spencer Rattler. Latu slide ends.
That was my pick if I had to
Tampa. Let's go. All right, DB. Cardinals are back up, and there's still a few wide receivers. All right, I may have panicked a little too early.
Does DB have 83 teams? Goodness gracious. How many teams my man got?
Yeah, he's just out here trading down with the Cardinals all the time.
I see you having a blast out here.
He's good. He's smart. He takes the teams with 2 first-round picks already.
Yeah, exactly.
Sees if he can add more. Bounty of wide receivers on the board. He's laughing to the bank.
Now, there's plenty of them. He's right about that.
Well, I got a feeling we're going to have a wide receiver run here towards the end, boys.
Oh, yeah. I think at least 3 receivers going in the next couple picks for sure.
Here's a tough one for me. Xavier Worthy. Tough eval because he drops footballs. And then I remember that a lot of wide receivers drop footballs, and that shit really doesn't matter in the end. But he's got the one thing nobody can teach. Speed, game-breaking ability. If you're going to lose Hollywood in free agency, what better to replace him with than Xavier Worthy? Does all the same things.
He missed a couple of our other drafts, and I was wondering, I thought he could have moved in.
That speed will always be tempting to somebody. Get Kyler that deep ball threat, Xavier Worthy. And the way they like to kind of use those bubble screens and stuff too, right? Get him the ball in space. He did a lot of that at Texas, so get him the football. Just fix those concentration drops so people stop hating on you so bad, right? If Xavier didn't drop the football, what? People would be taking him in the top 20, top 15?
Yep.
Pretty plain and simple there.
I'm looking at the receiver rankings, man. When did Ladd move in front of Keon Coleman, man? It must have been a hell of a Senior Bowl for him.
It was a hell of a Senior Bowl.
I did not know that happened.
Pillow is up with the Bills. Does he take Ladd McConkey here?
I didn't know Ladd had a great week like that. Goodness gracious.
Come on, get him that new and improved Cole Beasley. No. He says no.
Yes.
He says no. Troy Franklin.
Yeah, that makes way more sense.
All right, what do you guys think about this comp for him? Looking at him. Taller Mike Wallace when you watch Troy Franklin play. You got to go back to prime Mike Wallace. Not Miami Mike Wallace. Pittsburgh Mike Wallace. Pittsburgh Mike Wallace holding off AB, Emmanuel Sanders, still being the number one. That big play ability down the field. Speed merchant, but also pretty good yak guy. Get him the ball in space. He do his thing. He kind of just reminds me of a 6'3" Mike Wallace. I think Mike was maybe 6 foot on a good day.
Can we comp him to a more healthy Mike Williams?
Yeah, Mike got that big body though. Jump ball threat, right?
Yeah. I mean, but he has the yak ability. You know, he's a deep threat guy. Yeah, man. I done forgot about Mike Wallace. I ain't gonna lie to you. I had to put that back in my brain.
Yeah, you're bringing me back to 2010 here.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Mike Wallace. That was my guy back in the day.
I didn't get this gray hair for nothing. Right?
Yeah, man. Mike Wallace was my guy, man. I like Mike Wallace. Let's
go. Look at this, man. Free promotion. Oh, wait. You got to pay for it. Never mind. We're good. Ain't nobody want to promote this thing. Detroit Lions. Obi's up again. See what he does. We're going to save Ladd for Kansas City. Let's go. Ladd. I'm all about that Ladd, man.
Yeah.
Now, I can't say that I took credit for Ladd before he was cool. All right? But I'm hopping on board.
I don't know about over Keon though, man. He might be tripping over that one. I don't know.
Ooh. Vegas Raiders trade the 44 and 77 picks to the Lions for 29 and 163. Let's go.
Interesting.
29 and 166, I assume, because there ain't a
Probably.
63. Yeah.
So would this be a quarterback pick or something?
44, 77. Too bad. So sad. All right. Raiders are up. Trade up in the back end of the first round.
Had to be
Let's
a
go.
quarterback if they're gonna do that.
Mhm.
Raiders jump back into the fifth for fucking bonus.
Oh no, Obi, man.
Uh,
I don't know about that one. Man.
Holy. Jimmy G to Aiden O'Connell to Bo Nix.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of
could
bad
you
things
get
about both.
anybody more different? Like, I don't see it. Maybe because they've got it is the Raiders.
It is.
Maybe if they're doing something new next year, because now that Pierce is officially the head coach, he's not running off of a Josh McDaniel system. Maybe he instills a different kind of system that Bo Nix is better for. But I just
Rough.
that's a Raiders kind of move though.
All right. While we were talking about that there, Coop, Braylon Trice off the board to the Ravens. Braylon Trice kind of feels like a Raven, right?
Yeah.
Keep him in purple.
Yep.
Keep that purple going.
I think he's been on with me episode 4. He's been there at least twice, I believe.
Popular
That's been
pick
the
right there. All right.
And
Who's
the
picking
Ravens
for the
need
Chefs?
D-line in the worst way.
Pello Talk picking for the Chefs. Please be lad. Please be lad. We want the lad. All right. He's a good lad.
Hey, hold up, man. We can't have my boy Keon falling out of the first round. That's a little disrespectful, man. Hold up, man.
I love him, man, but people are out there just bashing him for
I've been
everything.
hearing that. I've been hearing a lot of that lately. I don't know what's going on.
But the same people who bash Keon also tout Adonai Mitchell, and I'm like, what's the difference?
Well, I'm gonna say this: if he falls to day 2, he might be picked 101.
Trade up like a Michael Pittman Jr. scenario?
Something, yeah. I don't see him falling.
All right, Mike,
Yeah.
I think you won your Super Bowl bet of Travis Kelce proposes to Taylor Swift on the field and promptly retires from football.
Hey, Tyler
And then
Pello talked
the
about
Chiefs
them
come up
Sesame
and they
seeds.
select Jatavian Sanders to replace Travis Kelce in their offense at the end of the first round.
Dude, I'm in. That parlay is going to hit, and I'm going to retire. Done.
Tyler, follow them sesame seeds, brother.
Lad did the Chiefs drum for a month. Look at Fantasy Plumber go. All right. Say Redwoods. He was sad to see Keenan leave MSU. I was sad too.
I say the same thing, Obi. I'm telling you, man. Crazy.
First pick by the Panthers. I can get behind that one. All right. Last pick of the draft. We got the San Francisco 49ers being made by nobody. Nobody. Okay. Fizz. What will the Niners do here?
I would go Mims if I'm down. I'm dressing the O-line. They can go cornerback as well. I wouldn't mind Rackstraw, but I would go Mims though.
Michael Penix would be a good pick too.
It would. I'm just trying to keep it neutral because you got a lot of Purdy believers, so I'm keeping neutral and just say Mims, man.
Mims. All right. What do you got, Coop?
Well, they're drafting the 32, so they won the Super Bowl with Purdy. So you can't replace Purdy.
Well, we
after
can't
he
have
just won a
both, right?
Super Bowl.
Like we can't have Jatavian Sanders, right? With Travis Kelce coming back. All right. So let's assume we already got the pick made. They're actually picking 31. We'll just swap them around. They lost the Super Bowl. Travis Kelce proposed to Taylor Swift. And then the Chiefs selected Jatavian Sanders. Keep the narrative. What are they doing here? Got one for Mims.
My gut, Rackstraw, he was at the Senior Bowl, right? Am I remembering that correctly?
If he was unmemorable.
Yeah, sure.
I'm trying to remember whether he was. For some reason, I thought he was there, but then I don't remember hearing anything about him. So, like, before the Senior Bowl, I would have said Rackstraw, but I feel like I got to go Mims just because I'm a little unsure about that.
Yeah, if he was at the Senior Bowl, it was probably not a great showing.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's between Rackstraw and Mims, but I just believe it.
He missed the Senior Bowl with an injury. That's what
Okay.
it was.
That's why he was unmemorable.
Because he wasn't there. So I would say be going Rackstraw, but yeah, which refs are still available? Yep.
Ed Hockley, get him out of retirement. Got the tiebreaker. What did Christian have? He had Darius Robinson, Senior Bowl riser, edge rusher. They could probably use an edge, man. Chase Young looks like ass.
Yeah, that too.
That dude got his money for being a top pick and then was like, see ya. Good rookie year. I tore my knee up. All right, I'm out. It's been fun. Let's go on that Jadavian Clowney route. Koopa, I like your reasoning, but I don't think they could pass up Mims. That right tackle of theirs is dog shit. Absolutely horrendous. All right, there it is. First round, we had some trade ups. Caleb Williams, Drake May, Marvin Harrison, Jaden Daniels on a trade up from the Broncos. Brock Bowers, ho hum. It's becoming a commonplace now.
Yeah, top 5 looking like the same.
Neighbors, Adunze Alt, JJ McCarthy, surprise pick by me. Any of these guys stand out to you? Koopa, I'll go with you. What was your favorite pick?
I loved seeing Chicago end up with Joe Alt. Just get themselves a really solid tackle, be able to go in, bolster that offensive line, and hopefully give now JJ McCarthy some time in the pocket to be able to take advantage of some of these weapons that he's got on the team and be able to get the ball out to them without having to worry about getting sacked if he doesn't get it out in 2.2 seconds.
Gotcha. Fizz, what was yours?
Well, I'm never gonna go with one, but I like the Rams, Cooper DeJean. I love that at 19. I love the Cowboys with J.C. Latham, but my number one, Brian Thomas to the Texans, man. I think that's a game changer right there. And hey, if you want to run the AFC South and then try to compete with all the other top teams in the AFC, you put up more points than everybody. So Brian Thomas to the Texans, man. I love that pick. I would have never picked it, but now that it's there, I love seeing it. So I like that pick.
Probably my favorite. I know it's faux pas, but the Commanders trading up to 1 to Caleb Williams. It just seems right. Go get your guy. Go get it.
Yeah.
Go get it. Bring the DC kid back home. Pair him with his college quarterback coach / offense coordinator. Just ride it. Ride it. And they need a big splash in DC. They do. The fan base would go nuts for that.
Trust me.
It feels like if they were to sit pat, they were to take Jaden Daniels or Drake May, I don't know if that fan base is going to give them a fair shot. They'll ride or die with Caleb, though. Right?
They will.
Later on, though, if you want to go past that, I always love Cooper DeJean. I do love the Brian Thomas pick, but Latu falling all the way to Tampa Bay. I think that might have been episode 1 where he fell, and I was shocked.
Mm-hmm.
Shocked how far he fell, but Latu going all the way to Tampa Bay, just love that destination for him. Right, that kid can absolute ball, fun to watch. So, all right, there we are. There's the first round, and of course we got a 3-man. We're gonna start it off. Let's do a mock draft for Dynasty Superflex half-point tight end premium, which really means it don't matter. sorry, not sorry. Who had the first pick last week? Was it me?
I never had the first pick, so
You've never. All right, Fizz.
I never had a back-to-back. Always pick like in the middle.
Number 1.
So, I would take Caleb, man. Washington. I think with Cliff being there, he's the one-on-one to me.
All right, Koopa, go ahead. You can do 2.
Drake May.
Right off there. Falcons, landing
Not gonna lie, Drake May has a better situation, but I just believe Caleb will figure it out. I love that pick, though.
I know I said don't panic because we did project Justin Fields getting traded, right? We established that. And Marv going there. But I can't pass up Jaden Daniels. Super flex league. That'd be my third pick. And then 4, we'll do back-to-back. Marv. Marv. All right, 5, Koopa.
5, I gotta go with Malik Neighbors.
Like it. Fizz.
Well, I'm gonna go Brock Bowers, man. Gotta go Brock at 6. And 7. Let me see. I'm gonna go Troy Franklin. Troy Franklin at 7.
I get behind that.
Buffalo, big
Landing spot.
Mhm.
Landing spot.
Yep.
All right, Koopa, back to you, bud.
At 8, as much as I want to go Brian Thomas, I'm gonna stick with my guns on I like Roma Dunze and take Roma Dunze at 8.
I know where Mike going.
9, I'm going to take J.J. McCarthy.
I know who's coming.
Quarterback. Top 10 NFL draft capital.
Yep.
Can't, as much as I don't like him, can't let him pass. And then, so be it. I really want to go Brian Thomas with my heart, my soul. But I picked 10. Bo Nix.
I know it was coming.
QB Horde lives on, boys. You tell me a quarterback's got first-round draft capital, I'm interested. Right now, if we had to do a draft today where I don't know if Bo Nix or J.J. McCarthy's getting locked in first-round draft capital, second-round kind of picks for me, right? Because the downside is Matt Corral, Malik Willis, Sam Howell, Hendon Hooker. Like, I've been down this road and burned many a time. All right, I ain't doing it again. All right, Koopa, 11.
11. I mean, you took the 2 quarterbacks out, and so I've got to go Brian Thomas now. We've been talking about him.
Like it. And Fizz, last one out of the first round, the 112. Brian Thomas is off the board, but you do have 2 choices of offensive skill guys.
I know, man. It feels disrespectful that Rome isn't gone yet, even though he
did. He went earlier to Koopa.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, he shouldn't even be on. So, I mean, I would go Xavier Worthy. He's with it, Arizona. Maybe taking the Marquise Brown situation. I think he's the auto pick right there for me.
It'd be interesting if Jatavian Sanders does give first-round draft capital to Kansas City of all fucking places.
I know. I thought about him, man, with the tight end premium, but I like that Worthy pick with Arizona, though.
Listen, there'll be backups in 2 to 3 years. All right. Even Kenny Pickett's getting another year. All right. Just chill. Chill. There's the mock. There's the mock in the books. Appreciate everybody tapping in. Yeah. Gotta take JJ 3. No, I'm not taking JJ McCarthy 3.
No, indeed, brother.
I'm not a psychopath. I'm not a psychopath. Man. Oh, I appreciate everybody tapping in. This has been fun. If you want to be a part of this, join the Patreon, patreon.com/South Harmon. Not only for this, trade show access, the general community, trade advice, whatever you need, DB's grades, Savage if that's where you want to go. We got everything going on. Adam out here with BDGE. We got all these free tools going on, and then Koopa just hammering home warp on a daily basis. Love it. Making it dummy proof for you. Just join your draft. Koopa's warp will tell you, hey, take this quarterback. Incredible value, right? Like JJ McCarthy, damn it. Appreciate everybody tapping in. Fizz, anything you got for the people before we bounce out of here?
Appreciate you. Glad you're here today.
Yeah. Koopa, what about you, bud?
Come in, sign up for some teams. Make it so Mike doesn't have to draft anybody next week.
Please.
Let's get it. Yeah, that's it,
my dream.
Kick Mike to the side, man.
Let's go. All right, we out of this thing. We'll see you back here same time, same place next week for more Mock Draft Mayhem. Peace.